joining us now is Vivek Gambhir, the CEO of Boat, and my colleague Ritu Singh. Vivek, congratulations on this fundraise, and thank you so much for joining us on the show today. Now, first up, why the decision to shelve your IPO plans? Is it more to do with the choppy market conditions or not being able to get the valuation you wanted? Or is it simply because you've been able to raise the required capital in the private market?
Yeah, good evening. Wonderful to talk to you all. Going public is a question of when, not if for us. And so we fully intend to go public at the right time. Three reasons for us to take a temporary pause. One is we are seeing tremendous opportunities in the wearables or the smartwatches segment. As we all know, we are clear leaders in the audio segment where we are number one in India and number two globally. And so we intend to replicate the audio story in the wearables segment and become leaders there. And so the idea for delaying the IPO was to invest significantly in the wearable space. The second is, as we spoke to investors, we found so much interest in Boat that even without doing a formal process of fundraising, we were able to secure these funds in a very short amount of time, which shows the confidence and conviction investors have in the Boat story. And the third, as you were mentioning, is market conditions are somewhat choppy right now. So we thought it's prudent to wait for some time, scale the wearables business, and definitely hit the markets in the near future when conditions are more conducive.
And what, Vivek, would that near future be? We understand it's going to be about 12 to 18 months. And also, during that time, will this 500 crore rupees suffice? Because when you did file your DRHP, you were looking at 2,000 crore rupee raise. So how long is this 500 crore going to meet your funding requirements?
Yeah. The Boat story even today is very compelling. We've seen a tremendous track record in growth. We have crossed 3,000 crores in revenue. We have been a profitable business since inception, with leading market share in our category and a very strong brand with the highest brand awareness in the category. So the story itself today is also quite compelling, but we thought it's better to wait for some time and scale up the wearables business. This amount of funding is, I think, more than enough for us to tide us till the IPO. Our balance sheet is also very strong. Our net debt to equity is about 0.5. And so we have a strong balance sheet. And definitely, I think this amount of money will enable us to be able to get to the IPO stage.
So you have a strong balance sheet and this is enough money to tide you over till the IPO. But speaking about the 500 crore rupee fundraise, what is the valuation you've worked out? Is there a minimum valuation cap as part of the deal with these investors?
I've been hearing a lot of speculation all day about a 12,000 crore valuation number. I would not want to comment on it. This is a convertible structure, as you were mentioning, preference shares that will be tied to the next round, which hopefully will be the IPO.
Well, no comment on the valuation, Vivek, from you, but tell us how you plan to use this capital, because you want to invest to disrupt the smartwatches space, make that your second core after the personal audio category. What are the plans on that front? Because, between the Chinese smartwatches at the low end, your competitors like Firebolt and Noise, and then, of course, Apple at the highest end, where will you look to solidify your position with this expansion? And you've sort of slipped to the third position, in this space after Noise and Bolt. So tell us your plans on both the fronts.
Yeah. We were a relatively late entrant in the smartwatches space. And so we've been in this category for only about 18 months or so. And during this period, both Storm and Boat Extend have been the best-selling smartwatches in the country. Our range was quite limited because we had entered late in the category. But over the last couple of months, the range has expanded significantly. And even today, watches like Wavecall are the best-selling watches in the country. The market today is quite cluttered. While there is growth, we are even more excited about the growth ahead. A lot of players are playing with fairly rudimentary, offerings. Our belief is that we actually have some very differentiated capabilities. We acquired Kaha Technologies, which is a world-class wearables technology platform. And I think the one big difference is that for most of the existing competition, they are white labeling the platform and the app from Chinese vendors. We have our own proprietary platform that we have built through Kaha with about 64 patents and patent applications. So we have some very strong IP. And the reason for controlling the platform is that we are able to offer far more reliable features. We are able to provide products far quicker. we can provide much more advanced features and provide much more deeper analytics. So the game here for us is to actually move from being a device company to actually a platform play that enables consumers to lead fitter and healthier lifestyles. And that's going to be the big differentiation that we will bring by investing significantly in marketing, in branding, in product development, in IP and R&D. And we are very confident that over the next couple of years, you will see us being able to become market leaders here. So while we did start late, I think we definitely have the playbook in place and a clear plan to become market leaders in this category, very similar to what we did in the audio category.
All right, so you have your playbook ready there. But let's talk about your revenues then. How much of the revenue contribution would come from smartphones and how much from audio, gaming, personal care, and mobile accessories over the short to medium term? What is the current mix?
Yeah, the current mix is about 25% is from smartwatches. This number was about 16% last year. So our smartwatch business is going over 100% year on year. And while audio is also growing very rapidly, our audio is about 65% of our portfolio, and the remaining 10% is gaming and accessories.
All right. Vivek, what about diversifying your manufacturing footprint? Because currently you do have partnerships. You are manufacturing, some products in India, about 1 million units every month, we understand. To what extent could this be scaled in your plans to take both the brand overseas as well?
Yeah. This has been one of the biggest changes that have happened in the business over the last 6 months. And I'm very proud of what the team's been able to achieve. Last year, almost all of our products were produced in China. This year, in the first 6 months of the year, 6 million units have been produced in India. We are now averaging about 1 million units every month. And along with, I think, making in India, the next big shift we are making is actually design in India. So we are building deep design capabilities. We have both labs. It's a 120% R&D team that's actually focused on design, R&D. And so you will start seeing the shift from not just make in India, but also design in India. And along with our JV partner, Dixon Technologies, we're really working on trying to create this entire ecosystem in India so that the value add portion of manufacturing keeps on increasing in India. So early days, but the trajectory looks very positive. And we are seeing some great traction in terms of being able to actually make India a global manufacturing hub. As the India global manufacturing hub gains scale, we definitely see more potential to take the Boat brand overseas. We don't have any specific plans yet, but over the next 12 months or so, we will put our plans together and to be able to take the brand overseas. We believe that Boat stands for convenience, for quality, for great lifestyle and affordable pricing. And that proposition will resonate in many other parts of the world as well. So I think over the next 2 or 3 years, definitely we look forward to taking the Boat brand overseas as well.
So it's going to take 2 or 3 years to see Boat go overseas. Vivek, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. And we wish you all the best with your plans going forward.
Thank you. Wonderful talking to you.
Absolutely. On that note, it is time for us to head into a short break. But coming up next, drone startup Sky Air Mobility eyes $15 million in a Series A funding round after changing its flight route towards the drone as a service model. A special conversation with the CEO, Ankit Kumar, on the other side. Stay tuned.